Hi, this is Granny Magic, and I just wanted to share with you some thoughts I had about a meme that I saw today that caught my eye and was very appealing at first sight. And it said, "Some poor, shameless fool is probably sitting by a waterfall somewhere, totally unaware of how angry and scared he's supposed to be." And it showed this idyllic scene with this uh, hermit like person sitting there in total peace. And, you know, I think most of us who are witches are sensitive to energy. And we do find going out somewhere where there's flowing water and nature's all around us, we have that grounding energy, and we find ourselves feeling at peace. There's a real unity with our energy and with the energy around us. It's a very positive experience. But on the other hand, I really related it to it from a different level, and that is which is sense energy. And when we're out in the world, it's not just the news that does it. It's not just what's on our social media on our phone that stirs our emotions. We sense energies. Even if we didn't have a phone, living day to day, we pick up energies, each of us in different ways, and we have to deal with them. And that's part of what being a witch is. It's when we can't just escape off to the mountains and sit by a waterfall, when we have to deal with energy that we find chaotic or disruptive, energy that doesn't quite fit. We sometimes label that negative energy. And it's very interesting that as a witch, we take that energy and we alchemize it in a sense. We take that energy and we transform it into energy that's positive that we can use to manifest things, that we can use to actually uplift the environment around us. It's all energy. And as a witch, we learn to work with it. We can raise its vibration, we can redirect it, we can actually transform that energy into something else. Sometimes you're feeling fear and you're labeling that energy as fear. But fear can also lead to action. And if we look at what is making us have that feeling, we can work with that. We can take action and see if something is threatening to us or not. And then we can deal with it. So I really think it's important to feel the full range of your emotions and to learn to work with whatever energy comes your way. I think of the fool in the tarot who's starting off on his journey. And that journey comes to a close after he goes through a lot of trials and tribulations. He finds out who he is. He experiences love. He experiences temptation. He learns a lot about how the fortune and fate are connected and interconnected. Sometimes he's the chariot in charge. Sometimes he's the hanged man. And he's working and waiting on spiritual guidance and inspiration and moving towards change and transformation. And then after the fool comes through the journey, he starts it over again. It's like a spiral going deeper and deeper and deeper as we learn to work more consciously, more carefully with these energies that are all around us. And partly how we see them and how we respond to them has something to do with our age, has something to do with our experience. It has something to do with our place in the world. And our experiences are important, they're valid, and they lead us on towards spiritual growth. So sometimes we do need to be the fool without a phone sitting in front of the waterfall, letting it all go, and feeling that oneness with the spiritual energy of the universe. But we can't remain there. And I don't know that that actually should be our ultimate goal. So it's just interesting to think about how we view the events around us. Sometimes, if we don't have information, we feel something and we seek the information out. So it helps us understand what it is we're feeling. What is that energy we're working with? I'm sure many of you have had the experience of not having watched the news, but feeling something is not quite right, wondering what it is. And when you turn the news on, it all kind of falls into place for you, and you know what you're dealing with. And then you can either send positive energy to whatever is happening. If it's something local in your community, you could even do spell work so that you can deal with that and how it's going to impact your life. There's just so many ways that witches need to be alert and aware and not afraid to work with the energy that comes their way. And this is Granny Magic. Blessed be.